Hey, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm News Jester. My name is Junior. This is the Star Wars from the Ahsoka series, Ahsoka Tano, from the 3.75 vintage line. One figure, another figure, a tier 1 figure for me that I did not plan on getting. This is a tier 1, maybe subcategory B or C, meaning it's a. Actually, this is more of like a C. I would say category 1, subcategory B would be in the first trilogy, the 1, 2, and 3. Category A would be 4, 5, and 6. Um, and 7, 8, 9 is probably gonna be C or yeah, I don't know. That's maybe like B category because that's still the movies. Shows would be like category C. Unless they're really popular shows such as The Mandalorian, so they're kind of like in the B category. But anyway, subcategory C is basically like I like it. It's got everything that I want, but not necessarily want to pay full price and willing to wait on that. Now, just like everybody else, I am kind of subject to how much I like the show, um, or whether I want to get it or not. I mean, now Ahsoka Tano was such a vital, important character in the Clone Wars that it's still kind of hard for me to wrap uh, Rosario Dawson, I think is her name, as a new character. And it's not like I minded how she looks because she is supposed to be older. It's not. It's. I think what I mind in the Ahsoka series is that in the Clone Wars, Ahsoka is very, very fast, very lithe with her movement, and she's of the training from the older Jedi. She's a fully trained Jedi, so her movements should echo what was shown in the first trilogy, 1, 2, and 3. Even though she's older, she's kind of in her prime time. She's about the same age, I think, now as when we saw Anakin Skywalker in episode 2, The Clone Wars. So she should be moving as quickly, as dangerously as we saw Anakin Skywalker during that time. And she's not. She's really slow in the TV series. I think it's because there just wasn't enough prep time. It's a TV series, so it's not like they spent months and months training her. Um, so which is kind of unfortunate because I wanted to see that kind of movement brought back to the live action series again to show that Ahsoka Tano is a fully trained Jedi in combat, and I mean, like she's a combat Jedi, right? So anyway, so let me do a close up really quickly, so we can just go on a straight look at her face. Like, come on, 3.75. That is impressive. The paint application, the detail on that face is just it just. How can you not support this line? And after seeing this close hand, I was like, wait a minute, what have I been missing? So yeah, then let's go into the detail of the costume. Look at the detail that's been amplified by the amount of paint work they're putting into the detail with this one. Obviously, we know that they're doing well with the detail when it comes to sculpture, but a lot of that's been being neglected because of the lack of paint. Now that they're putting in the effort of the paint job, it just amplifies the value of the product. And this is the reason why they're trying to go back into the older figures that doesn't necessarily have the the sculpt work and the articulation and just putting face print on it, because the face printing or printing, the paint printing technology that they're applying to these figures just kind of ups the level. Um, we'll just keep it close up anyway. So we already know you're not going to get a lot of movement on the head. Honestly, I've kind of accepted that. But like, look, this has all the articulation and everything. I can't. I gotta look into that again. That's just amazing. She is kind of like ball jointed waist, so it gives you enough. Not a lot of movement on forward, a little bit on the back, but you still have the a slight twist on that one. Look at that. That is really good um, proportions, I think. And she should have, yep, the new barbell joints on the hips, which is what I want. Thigh cut over here. Now I just saw that there's a difference between this one and the white one with how they shape the articulation on the knee. Look at this one. This is a new one. I've never seen that. It's a big chunk. It looks kind of ugly when you do that, but I mean, who cares? It looks pretty good for me. But there, that one too. There's no cut on the boot, so that's okay. And then you have the swivel on the feet. So she got the ninja boots that has a toe cut right there. And she comes with her usual um, sabers, but this is clear, which is kind of weird. Why did they make it clear? Um, I'm trying to remember what her lightsaber colors are in the show. Before I drill into the feet, oh, it is gonna be shallow. This is gonna be a problem for me. So for this particular figure, look at that, really shallow. This is gonna be almost useless. The problem is where this thing is at the almost tip of her feet, so there's not a lot of space in there. I may have to make my own drill point in here. I've encountered this problem before because I need that much clearance, and I think that will work. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do my own. Just being careful. She has a smaller feet than the other figures because of the ninja like design of her boots. So there's not a lot of space on the side of her balls of her feet for this drill. So I'm gonna be very extra careful. The reason why I'm holding this is because I'm feeling the expansion of this drill bit into the heel of her foot so that I know it's not cutting out. I think that's deep enough. Notice the size of the hole that I made compared to the original one. So this is a smaller bit, but because of the plastic, this should expand out as I'm pushing in. Now look at how flush that is on the base, and that is very strong. Or I mean strong enough that it's gonna hold well. Look at that. That's amazing. Now, I noticed she doesn't have the empty lightsabers or just the empty hilt. That's kind of weird. But she doesn't have any connection here anyway, so I guess she's going to be constantly holding um, an active lightsaber. This is how she's going to look. Um, I mean, look at how good this connection is to the thing. Anyway, so there's this commercial that's going on YouTube. Where like this guy's like, "Oh, our sponsor, Big Bad Toyster, wanted us to pick certain items in their inventory to showcase and display, and we chose This figures, which is happens to be Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars and a clone trooper, and the way I'm talking about that because the way that particular maquette, and it was a maquette, not a, I really like the pose of Ahsoka Tano, which is kind of was really kind of dynamic, and look, and I think it looks kind of like this. This is why I'm loving this. Now, here's the other advantage of the smaller 3.75 line. Because it's smaller, it's got less weight on it. That if you do a good enough job when you're doing your, or if it has a good enough grip on this thing, like literally, because it's so light, the ankle connection is strong enough that it can do that, or it can do that. What I mean is, you can do that pose, like literally just standing on the one. This is the pose that it's standing on, and this is how the pose looks like sideways. That's just one of the advantages of going into the 3.75 line connection. So obviously, if I have her like this, that's not gonna be a problem to stand, and she'll stand very securely. So yeah, very dynamic posing with the smaller figures. So that's it for my review of the Ahsoka Tano figure. Definitely. Oh, did I say how much I got this for? Why was I talking about tier 1 category B or category C? So this is one of those figures that I was not planning on getting at full price. Right now, I would probably get it maybe later down the line, as my concentration right now is getting the category 1 first figures. But this was on sale again on the Black Friday sale from Amazon, and I got this one for $5.99 or $4.99. In which case, that's like an instant buy for me. So I wasn't tempted to get multiples of this one because there's really not much reasoning to buy multiples of this one. There's no opportunity to troop build this one. Unlike the Grand Inquisitor, I was contemplating getting multiples of him because the body that I probably could have used for something, but I don't know. But it's too late because he's already at full price again. Yeah, so this one at $5 value wise compared to the price 15. Everything I wanted from a tier 1 category figure, face printing, full articulation mode, everything I need in terms of accessories. The value is absolutely there. I guess I'm still kind of determining in terms of value. If the value reaches 20, is something that I would get multiples of. But this is a specific character. So the highest value I can give for her is 15 out of 20. 10 being, I should really recategorize my value system. It's kind of confusing. The price of 10 is the original price. And the reason why I put 10 is because the value, sometimes I would put the value of 9 or 8, in which case the value is lower than the price. Maybe I should just do from 0 to 5. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. And then the price would be 0. Yeah, anyway. Thank you for watching. I'm confusing myself. Did I confuse you? I hope to see you guys again soon. Have a nice day. Bye.